Hey guys, I don't know if you guys seen, but on Eliminate channel and Yacht's channel, we took this thing to Grange or Apple Valley Speedway, and we had a blast out there. Car drove pretty good. The only thing is the temperature out there was 115 degrees, so the car was overheating every few laps. So we would pull in, cool down a little bit, take cool down lap. But today we're gonna install an oil cooler, because air temp, oil temps, everything was hot. So we got this kit from G Plus. Came in 2 boxes, $115 for this kit. And yeah, it's going to be an awesome install. All right, so Mario's gonna unbox it. We kind of opened some of it a little bit. So all this stuff is from a company called G Plus. They do a lot of cooling stuff like radiator hoses, all that stuff. So we got ourselves right here an oil sandwich plate. I'll show you what this thing does. It has 2 10AN fittings and 2 ports for 2 sensors. So we'll do oil pressure and oil temp. So my mic was low battery, so I have to do this voiceover. So this is the actual oil cooler right here. It comes in this like desert kind of color, like some firearms or whatever, the FDE color. It comes with the 10AN fittings on top, so 2 10AN fittings. It's pretty heavy, it's pretty beefy oil cooler. It's really good quality. I was expecting lesser quality, but here's the sandwich plate, so that's going to connect to the oil cooler. There's no thermostat in this, but that's all right because it's a drift car more than a daily, so it should work pretty well with this setup. Hell yeah, Chinese packing. So I think this is, oh no, there's 2 more boxes that came with this kit. So these are the stainless steel 10AN lines. So basically this side would go to the oil cooler, and then this side would go to the oil sandwich plate.
These are actually pretty nice.
Yeah, those are pretty nice, huh?
Yeah, they actually are pretty nice, what they are.
We got 1 more box for this kit. And so far, nothing's damaged. I don't know if they came all the way from China or not. There's a warehouse in the United States, but right here.
No, I'm gonna have
last pieces to the puzzle.
Ooh.
Flip that around.
This fan feels heavy duty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that feels pretty crazy.
You got all these here?
So we got a fan for this oil cooler right there. Yeah. And then we got some like zip ties and some little foamies and some springs. And then I believe these are little clips for the outside of the fan, so we could zip tie it on. Wow, that's pretty cool.
This fan's nice. It's like heavy.
So if you guys don't know how to wire a fan in, basically this blue one's positive and then this black one is earth or ground. So basically I'm just gonna wire it in to my fan shroud fans or whatever. So basically when the coolant temp gets the temperature, it'll set off both the oil cooler fans, or oil cooler fan and coolant fans. Killua, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Don't side-eye me. Get out of the way, puppy. Oh! Oh!
Let's go here. Come on.
Alright, okay, so now we could get to work. Let me show you where this oil cooler, was an oil sandwich plate's gonna go. You see the oil filter right there? You could see, let's see, actually you can't. Right there, you see how I already have 2. One, that's the oil temperature sensor, and then over there is the oil pressure sensor. You can see the Mishimoto kit right there. So that's the oil sandwich plate, but the only thing is this one has I think 2 or 3 ports. I need a 4 port. So we're gonna take the oil filter off, and then we're gonna take this oil sandwich plate off. So essentially, this is a really simple system. So this is the old one that was on my engine. So when you guys were looking at it, it was like this. And then there's this piece right there that slides in. It screws on to the original RB25 thread. So you thread it on like that. And then it's, whoa, this threads onto here, the oil filter. So basically what we're doing is we're replacing this one right here. The reason for it is because there's only 1 port on this side and no port on this side. So I could have drilled a 1/8 NPT thread onto this side, but this one was just, you know, it already came like that, 1, 2, and then it came with these 2 fittings. So we're good, we're good. So we're just gonna put this one on and yeah, go from there. All right, so now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna add a little bit of silicone on it just so it doesn't leak at all. I know some people use Teflon, but I'm not sure if Teflon's really that great for oil. So we're just gonna use that. And just we'll tighten it up. Just a little bit. Right there, perfect. So now we're gonna do the same thing for the oil pressure. Boom, boom. And we'll thread it on. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some thread sealer. We're just gonna toss them on right there. We don't want no oil leaks. This is the stuff I have. It's for oil, E85, all that jazz or whatever. So we'll just put a little bit on there. You don't want no oil leaking from any of these lines. So now you're gonna get your 10 AN lines. Make sure you do not cross thread them. Guys, so we decided to put the oil cooler right about there. So now the fan's gonna go on this side. It's really stable right there. We fed the lines through right here. These lines are actually really fucking long, huh? Oh, we'll figure it out. We could cut them or we could tuck them away somewhere. But now it's time to put the fan on. And what I did here was I crimped on these little fittings or whatever you want to call them, connectors. So I have 1 blue wire and then 1 brown wire. So the brown will be earth. And I'm just gonna add it to the current wiring for these fans. Right there, right? And then these go right here. That's 1. And zip tie this on. Oh, should I put that foam on there? Hold on. So you can see both these lines are a little too long, so we're gonna have to end up cutting them. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just kind of gonna guess so it's a little loose or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I want to cut it right here where my finger mark's at. So I'm gonna get some electrical tape and then I'm gonna stretch it tight right there. Get that tight right there, and that's where I'm gonna cut. Now basically all I did was I push this in. Just make sure that the stainless steel doesn't get too frayed up, because if it does, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So all you do is, you see how now it's right there. All you're gonna do is get the other fitting now. It's all greased up, ready to go. I mean, you kind of just want to kind of shove it in, but you know what? It's a little hard. Not gonna lie. Right there. So now you just twist it on, thread it on, and you just keep going all the way through. Right there. So that's where the plate goes. So I got both the the sandwich adapter and the thread piece right there. So as you can see, now I'm threading it on right there. I got both my AN fittings pointing towards the front of the car, Got one sensor pointing down, one sensor pointing up, as you can see right there. Got the pressure sensor down, temp sensor up, AN fittings going straight forward. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna snug up the adapter, which in our case, it's a 1-inch socket. So we're gonna go in there with a 1-inch socket. You do not wanna crank this down hard because, at least in my case, Nissan used some really cheap metal. So you don't wanna tighten it too hard. It's like pop metal. Damn it, this ratchet does not click very good. Come on. That's good enough right there. Now I got the oil temp connected. I got the 2 AN or 10 AN lines and then the oil pressure at the bottom connected. All I have to do now is twist on the oil filter and we're golden. We're all good.
Fuck yeah, maggot.
Fucking certified RV mechanic.
Almost.
Wheelless on.
Okay, there it is, guys. Start up. Not even twisted on.
Wait, stand back, Mario. Wheelers and show you how to use a Mexican napkin. I just seen you do it, dude. Let's see you do it again.
What?
The Mexican napkin, dude, your pants.
Aquí estamos. Aquí nos limpiamos. Jesus.
Long thread, huh?
Fuck yeah.
5 hours of threading on a filter.
A few hours later. Okay.
So now we're gonna add some oil because we lost some with the oil filter, and then we got to fill up that freaking oil cooler. So we're gonna add a quart right off the bat. We're gonna turn on the engine, and then we're gonna check our dipstick and make sure that we're at a proper oil level. Make sure there's no leaks. The oil, obviously you got to clean that off really quick. Put the dipstick back in, click it in. Looks like we're a little low.
Tad bit.
Let's double check that really quick. What's up, Brody? All right, so what I've noticed so far, I've had it idling maybe for 20 minutes, is the fans don't kick on as fast, and when they do kick on, they turn off really fast from cooling down the temperatures really fast. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Yeah, it's awesome. The temps are going down pretty crazy. So we're gonna go take a test drive and go just see how it reacts on the street. All right, guys, we're ending the day here, kicking it with some friends at the slough. We have some guys that came out. Man, it's a beautiful day today. I'll get you a glimpse of some of these cars. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I'm gonna continue fishing. Wheeler's gonna continue blazing it. Alright guys, see ya.